So, my final question for you, my good sir,
Mhm.
because I know you got to run, and thank you so much again for doing this interview. I really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I a lot of time, man. I'm in no rush. I do got some family stuff going on, but I don't want to rush you at all either. Like I'm willing to hang out for a few more minutes and talk about stuff if you want to dive into it. So,
Oh, of course. I mean, like, I don't want to rush you, you know?
so I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mm.
Well, I have one more question, and that is when you were a youngin', a wee
Mhm.
man, what was your very first video game you ever played and why?
The very first game I've ever played
Mhm.
was Mario on Nintendo.
Did you beat
Yep.
it?
No,
No?
I was not good at video games when I was a kid. I was actually I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't a smart one. I wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. I don't ever remember being good at video games when I was a kid. Like my sister and brother always beat me and everything.
Mhm.
I loved video games, played them all the time. I was an outside kid too, but I played a lot of video games and I don't think I was ever good at them. So
That's the funny
Mario, no,
thing
never
too for
like level
me.
5 maybe.
Yeah, level 5? That's
Yeah.
not bad. I think I made it to level 7 or 8. I never beat the game, which is the funny thing because I was too an outdoorsy kid, joined the army as a younger dude, and that was always my priority. I had turned to video games after service when I was just sort of like I had a lot more downtime. I was injured at the time, and I was like, "Oh shit, okay, I can play video games. Oh, these are pretty immersive. Oh, this is pretty realistic. Like, let's go." You know?
Mm.
And games like Ready or Not, Hell Let Loose, Squad made me feel like I was back in the truck with the boys again. So, and I know you're an Air Force veteran. What do you get? What do you see as like a commonality in the virtual world in these video games that you got from your service life?
Can you ask that question in a different way? I feel like I don't know how to answer that.
Sure, of course. Do you see any similarities to your life of service to the video games you play?
Uh, mm, I'm gonna say no. I
No?
think I've always loved first person shooters ever since I was a kid. Nintendo 64, um, GoldenEye. You know, all the way up to I've always been a first person shooter guy. I don't think my military has anything to affect with. No, I don't think so.
And I was gonna say, even to the most realistic modern combat game, there's no comparing real service with a video game. And I
No.
know you're a streamer, you play a lot of multiplayer games like 100-player servers. I've seen you play Hell Let Loose and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Do you ever get the sort of negative connotation that because you're a streamer, you're not representing the game properly?
Um, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I always just get negative from people just because I'm a streamer, and especially if you have TTTV in your name
Yep.
in any game. But I don't think so. No one's ever. I'm sure somebody probably thinks that way about me, but no one's ever mentioned it to me.
I'm a huge believer in just only paying attention to the positive myself.
Mhm.
And this is essentially my only other bonus question. The rest could be vamp if you want. But
Okay.
and that was, what is your absolute best moment on stream so far?
Ooh, wow. Ooh, that's a tough one.
I know, right?
Oh my goodness.
Loaded questions. It's what I do.
Um, definitely. There. So there. It's a two. Well. So what happened was, there was a point where I was really unsure. I feel like every streamer probably gets to this point of you're like, am I getting the return on my investment? Like, am
Mhm.
I putting so much time in? Is my time better spent elsewhere? Right. I mean, if you get to a point where, like, I mean, I've seen people they have 500,000 followers, right? They've been streaming for 8 years and they're averaging 50 viewers. At
Yeah.
what point do you like, at what point do you like, maybe this isn't for me? Like if you got that many followers and you've been streaming that long, you should be on the moon, right?
Yeah.
So I was getting to a point where I was like, I'm coming up on 3 years in. I'm at a very critical point where like I feel like I need to be seeing some more return on my time,
Mhm.
or I feel like I should be spending it elsewhere because I mean, life is short, and I'm in my early 30s, so I need to start. You need to be wise, right? If you're going to be spending that time, I could go learn a different trade. You know, like I felt like I don't want to be wasting my time if
Right.
Twitch isn't going to go somewhere. Um, and I'm a very religious person. I won't get too religious on you guys, but everything kind of just aligned, and fate happened, and right at that time, I got a care package that was put together from a bunch of people who didn't know I was going through this crisis, and it included about 20 letters. You guess you can call it fan mail. I feel like that's condescending, but you can call it fan mail. It had about 20 letters in it to include a custom made YouTube video with a bunch of people who recorded themselves and said how, again, I feel like I don't want to be bragging, but this is just what happened.
Of course.
A bunch of people who said that I and the Legion changed their life and how much I helped them, and I course corrected them, and how much they're happy being a part of the community. And it was like this whole like 2 hour ordeal on my stream. I'm watching this YouTube video, reading the letters, and that just absolutely destroyed me. For a good week, I was like emotionally really wrecked from that.
Mhm.
I didn't know how to take that, and from a kid who was never the cool kid. In high school, I used to eat alone. You know what I mean? Like I was
I
never
do.
somebody that anybody looked to me and was like, "That's the cool guy."
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, like people are looking at me saying, "Like you're the cool guy," and it's like I don't know what to think about that. So it's just again, I'm still trying to understand all of this, but that was the definitely most beautiful moment of my streaming career so far. So
That's an amazing moment, man. That's an absolutely amazing moment. Yeah. I mean, and being able to see, this is why I like to live stream, is you're able to show your appreciation. You know, I don't know about you, or I, you know, this is, I think, one of the reasons why I like you as a content creator slash person is you're not acting. I'm not acting either. I'm just being myself on camera and hoping to meet like-minded people to create a community that holds itself up, holds each other up, holds other people up, and then everything else falls into place. And you've definitely been a massive role model to me directly on that. Like the Legion, you know, I watch from afar. I try not to participate a lot in Discords and stuff like that, especially for, you know, an elevated content creator like yourself, because I don't want to be that self promo guy. I want to learn. I want to be a part of it. I'm just happy to be there. And yeah, I learned a lot from you. I learned a lot from Sex and a couple of the other guys who stream that have been paying attention to since kicking up on Twitch. And you know, like this is not necessarily a question, but more sort of a direct thank you, because you inspire. You're now at the level where you're inspiring other inspirations. You know, how you inspire me. There's been days that I have not wanted to stream, and I saw you were live, and I sat in your chat for just a couple minutes, and now I want to stream, and now I'm going to go live, and now I'm going to, you know, it's like you shared your star power.
damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow. Thanks, man. Those are very, very kind words. Wow.
Well, I appreciate it, brother. Truly. We are brothers. We're veterans, and we're warriors, and that's a family that is a very large family, but it's a very tight-knit family. So,
Oh.
thank you.
I'll send some love back your way. Again, I just keep doing what you're doing, man. You've already, so I'm looking at I just pulled up your stream right now, and I see 20 people. That is,
Hey, guys.
is very good. That is very, very good, man, because like, I feel like if anybody can get past like 10, there's no reason why you can have 20, 30, 40, 50 and keep going beyond that, right? Because people are coming and people are staying. So you're good, man. Here's my words of advice to you.
Thank you.
Don't compare yourself to anybody else.
Okay.
Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Okay.
Of course.
If you see somebody around your level that's at 30 viewers, say good for them. I wish them the best. Keep going, right?
Mhm.
Stay humble, stay yourself, and also always look what's next. What can you improve on? What can you do to make your quality? What can you do to make your content more appealing to people? Always look how you can better yourself and better the stream.
Right.
It's ever evolving. I'm thinking about that every day. Like, what can I do to make things better? What can I do to add more to this or do that to that. How can I send my content out more? So always look for what the next step is and how to improve, brother.
Roger.
And if you keep, you'll keep your stuff fresh then. So
Well, I really appreciate that, man. Like, honestly, I feel like I'm not going to use Anakin Obi-Wan, but maybe like a Qui-Gon Yoda. You know, pre-fall of the Empire. That's a nerd joke for all of my nerds in the chat, by the way. But no, I truly appreciate that, honestly. You have the paramount trait I have learned from you is to stay humble. If you think about losing it and go on ego, just that's the time to end it for the day and sort of,
I've heard enough crap from all of you. When I come down there and show you what a real star can do, I will blow with the telephoto. No Bruckheimer, I work solo. There's one thing I've learned, bitch. This game is about motherfucking money.
95% of the streamers out there are not good people. We don't need another one.
I've heard enough crap from all of you. When I come down there and show you what a real star can do, I will blow with the telephoto. No Bruckheimer, I work solo. There's one thing I've learned, bitch. This game is about motherfucking money.
well, and that's just like that's exactly the exact reason I can't thank you enough, man. Like, you just straight up Yoda every time. And thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs, my guy. You're amazing.
You're good, man. I really appreciate you having me here. I would love to come for part 2 if you want to have me, man. It was a good talk. So I've been interviewed actually a few times, and that I feel like that was the best interview so far. So actually, those were good questions, and I enjoyed it. So yeah, if you want to have me back for part 2, I'd love to have it. You enjoy the rest of your night, man. I love the talks. I could talk to you all night, but I have to go put out some fires. So
I hear that. Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Hein, check him out. There's his Twitch link. If you're watching this on YouTube in replay land, link is below. Heine, thank you so much, my brother. Appreciate you.
Have a good one, homie. Brogy Nation. I'll catch you guys later. See you guys.
Thank you so much. Have a great night, brother.
You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Hein.